Hello, fellow boxers. Today we will show a very interesting combination. We'll show you the pivot and sidestep in action, how they combine, how to make a punch on one-sided step, how to make a punch along with a step at the same time. Watch and enjoy. The hardest part is linking the step with the punch. Therefore, the first action that you take with a step forward, it ends just at the moment of pressing the leg. That is, there should not be a movement like this. The movement, well, it can be springy, a springy one, so that you can quickly switch the movement of the other leg. Yeah, absolutely correct. Now look, the direction that you set with your front foot plays a big difference. The front leg is connected to the left leg. That's where the difficulty lies, because you can instantly make a sidestep and instantly make a pivot. Therefore, when your hand is tied, you make a movement to the side with your hand. That is, this moment can be defined as stopping the opponent. In the further movement, your hand may not return, but most often it returns only to make another punch, right at this moment. So when you are moving here with a punch, is one phase. You pull your hand away and twist it sharply. Here you can also connect the right hand. Well, when they say that this is the only way to do it, nothing like that. In fight, I tell you, it works differently. Step to the side. 1. Now the return of the hand. You sit down a little. The legs are charged. Immediately with a punch. A punch is applied at the moment of landing, and then you just push the right one out. That is, it goes like a hammer. Here is the direction where the opponent will be. This has a huge role. In order to understand where the opponent will be, just look at me, here, in front of me. Here I start to go at you. Hand on the shoulder. 1. Under the right, twist it. You see? As I say, the pivot and sidestep, why are they so close? Because, for example, to do a sidestep, move forward, the movement is fast, an instant movement. And instantly with a punch. And when you make the pivot, the movement is late. It's still late. Therefore, in order to make the pivot along with the punch, you need to understand very well how the sidestep works. Because you have a lot of pivots on the sidestep and a lot of sidesteps on the pivot, the movement of the legs. That is, this is just when you can, just catch an opponent. Because if you form it through a step, it will be easier for you to go under the angle of your punch. Here, in front of me. So, fine, twist it. Good, hand on the shoulder. Hand on the shoulder so that you could determine the distance, because the next form of punches will already be like a hail. That is, your task, once again. Your task is to catch the opponent. Because here I am in the phase of moving forward. So if you will go somewhere there, your attack will be over. And you need to literally cling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, from this end, step to the side, the pivot. Again. Step to the side, the pivot. Excellent. Don't take your leg too far. Because, as I say, in this variant, your right one will collapse then. Hand on the shoulder, Okay? You see how good it is? Great. Here the movement begins. Step, the pivot. Excellent. And the movement begins. Step. Good. To the other side. The movement begins. Okay. A little over here. The movement begins. This is pure side step. And the pivot. One. 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 Everything through a step. Took a step, turned up. 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 Turned around, took a step, turned up. You can take a step with this foot, and you can make the pivot here. You can take a step with this foot. Look, you do it here, turn it here, and look, I'll just explain to you how it happens in fight. There is a very short lead. I just took a little step, then twisted it. Just took a little step, twisted it. Took a little bit step, twisted it. You don't need much. That is, once again, I took a step, twisted it. I took a step, I twisted it. I made a step, I twisted it. I made a step, I twisted it. Okay, get ready, hand on your shoulder. And one, and one, and one, step, and one, 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 good. Legs should not diverge much, because when your legs move apart, it will be very short for you. Your legs will also move apart in the fight, so you can work with the small steps. One, a little to the side, you push, otherwise you won't have a push. Look, this is a step, so floating. Look, you can move it a little obliquely right under the turn, so that in direction of the hand movement. One. Stick out your hand so that you can see how you will move in. And one. You see how it drags? Under the direction. Good. This is how it should be. Good, you see? And you have a good exit. A good exit. A good one. Nice. Okay, one more thing. The bunch and the pivot is exactly the same as on the side step. Side step you can do in one movement, to the side, although this is called a step with a punch, but in this case it is a jump. That is, for quick execution in one direction, in the other. That is, the toes must work very hard here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Step 1, step 1, step 1. And immediately you come out with a punch. Now look, the second option is when you kick out your legs. Like this. 1, 1, 1, 1. If your hands are fast, your feet must be fast too. You don't punch at the last moment, but your punch starts right away. That's where you see the foot has stopped and already a punch. Wrong. And then hit. Although this is also possible, but not so effective. That is, you're losing fractions of a second. Oh, you see? I start moving, step, and immediately hit. 1, twist it. 1, twist it. 1, twist it. On me. Okay. Fine. And 1. 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 One more time. Step over here. Just don't run far away. The pivot. Well done. Now smoothly on one and on the second. Good, well done. You can say goodbye to the liver. And on the shoulder. No, no, no. This is a side step. Good. Boom, boom. Fine. Second hand. Fine. Good. Now you are doing the right thing. Good. Okay. No, 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 no. Knock down. Most of all, you should pay attention to how I approach you. Why this exercise already concerns the second level of training. You must read my movement. You must read this movement. As soon as you do this, you already correct where you go with your foot. One, gone. Now try to circle here. One, it's great. Once again I say, here you need to watch both hands and feet. Therefore, this is the connection of the arm and leg. 1, 2. 1 came out, and the side step. Everything is interconnected. These are the exercises that we started to develop with you. Strengthen them, implant them into the very scheme of attack and defense. That is, it equals a step, a punch, all this in motion and done together. And most importantly, I say again, the determining factor in your accuracy is the distance you gain. That is, yes, you can rehearse it in the air there, but without a pair, you won't even understand how to implement it. Once again I say, combination of legs and punch is the second level. Without this, well, it will be very difficult to perform. You will never be able to use it if you don't understand this simple formula. Therefore, guys, boxer friends, keep working, keep developing. The pivot, side step, this is a very good scheme for both your defense and your attack. All the best, love, and see you again.